It was strange to see John in the studio, completely at a loss as to how to move his body, unsure of how to orient himself toward art. Maggie guided him to the back of the room, the only place where they could stand and properly see her entire painting at once. They stood side by side with their backs skimming the wall, staring forward in silence. 7 women huddled in the center of the canvas, barely clinging to life. Maggie waited for John to say something. "It's big," he said finally. They continued staring at the unfinished painting, which Maggie had not wanted to show John in the first place. He was supposed to wait for her downstairs like every other time he'd ever swung by the studio. But it was cold tonight, and before Maggie could come down, John was already coming up. "It's very big," John said again, this time nodding. Maggie tried to weather his response without crumbling. She knew he didn't mean anything by it, that he was just trying to be right, or at least avoid being wrong. And he was right. The painting was enormous. It nearly took up the entire west wall of the studio and dwarfed everyone who stood before it. Stretching the canvas had been Olympic, but Maggie had managed to do it with 5 other students. It was amazing how no one had complained, how they'd all been happy to complete this task together. There must have been some neural reward for teamwork that Maggie didn't know the name of, but they'd all felt the same bright rush of it when the last staple went in.